Phillip's Royal Show and Tell.
Kids, it's time for school.
It was show and tell day in Miss Vicky's classroom. Each student had something special to share: a favorite toy, a photo, or a story from home. When Miss Vicky called his name, Lil Phillip stood up with a big smile, clutching a picture frame close to his chest. "Today," he said proudly, "I brought a picture of me meeting a real king." The room filled with gasps.
A king? Like in a castle?
Jamal blurted out. Lil Phillip grinned and held up the frame. Inside was a younger version of him, just a toddler, standing next to a very important visitor in a dark suit who had come to learn about San Antonio. "That's me," Lil Phillip said. "This happened when I was little." Miss Vicky leaned forward. "Phillip, would you like to tell us the story?" Phillip nodded. "My Aunt Janet worked at a place here in San Antonio called AVANCE. They help families and little kids learn and grow together. They teach parents how to teach their children, and they help everybody feel supported. One special day, the mayor brought a very important guest to see the program. King Charles? Well, he was a prince back then. The prince wanted to learn how our city was helping families who didn't have much. Mayor Cisneros showed him the city. And then he brought him to AVANCE to meet the parents and kids." Miss Vicky smiled. "That was a very meaningful visit for our city." Phillip chuckled. "Well, Aunt Janet brought me to AVANCE that day while she worked." There was another little boy with the mayor. His name was Mark, and the photographers were taking pictures of them. Everyone was smiling and waving. He paused, then grinned wider. But while they were talking, I walked right up to the prince. The students burst out laughing. I didn't even know who he was. He leaned down to say hello, and I told him, "Hey,
Do good works, mister!"
The whole class roared with laughter. The prince then said,
"How does a child know so many words?"
The class laughed again. Janet was so embarrassed. Phillip said, trying not to laugh himself. She ran over and said,
Phillip, you can't just talk to the prince like that.
But the prince started laughing and said it was okay. He said he liked real moments with real people. Even the mayor smiled. He said moments like that were the whole reason the visitor came, to meet real families and real kids like us. Phillip's voice softened as he looked at the picture. My Aunt Janet said that even important leaders need to learn how to serve others. They don't need a crown to be royal. They need a good heart. He looked up at his classmates, and that made me think about what we learn in Sunday school. How we're supposed to act like kings and queens by following the King of Kings, Jesus. Being royal isn't about wearing fancy clothes. It's about helping people, being kind, and doing good wherever you go. Miss Vicky nodded proudly. That's a beautiful lesson, Phillip.
What do you think the prince learned that day?
Phillip smiled.
Well, that even a little kid can remind grown-ups to do good works.
As he returned to his seat, he walked around the class and showed the picture to the students. Phillip took his seat, still thinking about that day. The crowd, Aunt Janet's surprise, the laughter, and the look on the king's face when he spoke. He bowed his head quietly and whispered, "Lord, thank you for using even me to remind others to do good works. Help me to always serve you, the King of Kings."
In the name of Jesus, amen.
Blessings and lessons.